Good evening, one and all. My name is Cassandra Dorrington, and I'm the President and CEO of CAMSC, the Canadian Aboriginal and Minority Supplier Council. I'm delighted to welcome you to CAMSC's 2020 Award Celebration. The Business Achievement Awards is in its 16th year of recognizing excellence of our esteemed network of suppliers, corporation, and partner organizations in the world of supplier diversity. We have seen our corporate members, suppliers, and partners undertake incredible steps towards increasing business opportunities, scaling up operations, and delivering innovative solutions. All this resulting in increases in business achievement year over year. It's CAMSC's utmost pleasure to be able to work with these businesses and celebrate their successes each year. 2020 has been a very unusual year for most of the world. And for us here in Canada, it's not much different. While most things in our world have been altered as we deal with the physical, mental, and economic impacts of COVID-19, the one thing we wanted to continue was to celebrate the excellence, growth, and business leadership exhibited by our corporate members and our certified suppliers. As we step into this award celebration, I want to thank each and everyone who's contributed their time and efforts to this evening, and a special thanks to our amazing sponsors who have made this event possible. Tonight, while our business achievement ceremony is virtual, we are still committed to celebrate our network of members who have not only shown growth and leadership in business, but sincerity and perseverance throughout these challenging times. Now, I would like to begin our evening with a blessing. We are so incredibly honored to have Stacey Laforme, Chief of the Mississaugas of the New Credit First Nation, here with us. Chief Laforme was born and raised on the Mississaugas of the New Credit First Nation. He was elected to council in 1999. He's been instrumental in raising the profile of all First Nations through his committee and board work. Also a successful poet and author, Chief Laforme is dedicated to the land, history, and language and culture of the Mississaugas of the New Credit First Nation. It's a privilege to have him here to open this evening with a prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome to the stage Chief Stacey Laforme.
So I'd like to start by acknowledging the Creator, the world around us, and our place within it. I'd like to acknowledge the many nations that walk this land in the past, the many nations that walk it today, and welcome you to the treaty lands of the Mississaugas of Anishinaabe. Now, I feel a little bit funny saying it because I know you're all sitting in different territories, probably at your home someplace, but normally this is held in Toronto, and so I'll leave it with you there. So I'd like to start by offering you a prayer. We acknowledge the Creator, the world around us, and our place within it. We thank you for the gifts we have been given, the gifts of this world, the insects, the animals, the plants, the people. We are thankful for the breath of life, the gift of spirit and energy. We ask that you shelter us and guide us in these difficult and challenging times. We ask that you protect our elders, our knowledge keepers, for they are the keepers of our wisdom, our language, and our past. We ask that you protect and guide our youth, for they seek direction. They were born to run, and it is a time of stillness. They are our hope for our future. We ask you protect the women of the world, for they are the bringers of life and the foundation upon which we build our future. We ask that you guide and protect our warriors, for they seek direction. They serve the will of the people and struggle without that voice, that guidance. We ask that you calm and comfort our leaders. We need their logic and their compassion, yet they are overcome with the pain and the hurt of the people. We ask that you shelter and guide the other people of these lands. They are our brothers and sisters, though at times they fail to see us. Without them, we cannot achieve the purpose for what we were set upon this world. We understand that we must stand together, that we must face this dark time in unity. We understand that there is a lesson here for all people, and we pray that they understand. We acknowledge the Creator, the world around us, and our place within it. So, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm always happy when I get invited to come to the awards ceremonies. I know last year I promised those of you who didn't win a hug. Unfortunately, this year I won't be able to give you that. And you're probably lucky anyway. I squeeze a little harder now that I've put on the COVID weight, so you're probably better off with just a wave and better luck next year. I'd just like to say, these events are important to have, even if they're virtual. They signify a sense of normalcy, a sense of day-to-day operations that were here in the past that are difficult today. So I appreciate the time and the energies committed to doing this type of thing. I wish you a great conference. Be safe, be heard, Bama Pete.
Hello everyone. On behalf of the Government of Canada, I want to sincerely congratulate the Canadian Aboriginal and Minority Supplier Council on its 2020 Business Achievement Awards, as well as all the incredible entrepreneurs that are being highlighted today. As we have been navigating the COVID-19 pandemic together, has continued to support and amplify remarkable Indigenous and underrepresented voices in these important business communities. The economic prosperity of Indigenous and underrepresented entrepreneurs remains a priority for the federal government. From the beginning of this pandemic, we promised to listen and to respond to your real needs. This is how we were able to deliver the single largest economic package for Canadians in our history, which included almost $440 million to help Indigenous business owners and entrepreneurs get through this pandemic and to get on the road to recovery. As we work to safely rebuild our economy, Indigenous and underrepresented suppliers will continue to play a critical role in strengthening domestic supply chains to the benefit of all Canadians. And we are committed to increasing diversity on procurement. Your businesses and your success will help the economy and Canada. It's going to help our country recover from this pandemic. Congratulations to all of today's winners, and know that we will continue to listen and we will continue to work with organizations to provide support to people every step of the way. Thank you. Congratulations again. Merci beaucoup. Miigwech.
Hello everyone, bonjour à tous. I'm pleased to be able to join the Canadian Aboriginal and Minority Supplier Council, albeit virtually, in celebrating the 2020 Business Achievement Awards. The past several months have been particularly hard for businesses all across Canada. Les derniers mois ont été particulièrement durs pour les entreprises partout au Canada. Yet as business owners, you have persevered. You have continued to push forward, and you have made important contributions in supporting your communities during these very challenging times. As we reopen and rebuild Canada's economy, your success is essential to our nation building back even better, more resilient, and consciously more inclusive. Your achievements in 2020 are certainly proof of that. Vos réalisations de 2020 en sont la preuve. On behalf of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and the Government of Canada, congratulations to all of today's award winners, nominees, and to all of you who continue to work hard every day to build and grow businesses of Indigenous and underrepresented entrepreneurs. Keep well and safe. Surtout, portez-vous bien et en sécurité. Thank you. Merci.
Thank you for the wonderful messages, Honorable Minister Mary Ng and Minister Bardish Chager. CAMSC appreciates continued support from the government in maintaining very strong relations. Now to our welcome remarks for the evening by Gopal Pencil, Vice President, Diversity and Inclusion at RBC. Gopal is responsible for D&I strategies and programs that drive impact on talent, clients, and community. Previously, Gopal was the Senior Director of Communications, Employee, HR, and CAO. Here his role involved developing and executing strategic communications to support the businesses and drive employee engagement. Joining RBC in 2014 as Director of Communication for Caribbean Banking, Gopal also supported RBC Insurance as a Director of Communication. And prior to RBC, of course, held a variety of roles in corporate communication, marketing, and public affairs. Gopal is a member of the U.S. Conference Board Council of Global Diversity and Inclusion Executives, the Women's Executive Network, WXN, Diversity Council, and Ascend, Canada's Chief Inclusion Officer Forum. It's my pleasure to welcome Gopal Pencil to deliver his remarks.
Hi everyone, I'm delighted to be joining you for this year's virtual CAMSC Business Achievement Awards 2020. Usually, we'd be celebrating together, enjoying time spent with familiar colleagues and friends, and making new ones. Things are clearly different this year, and I hope you're still finding ways to connect, share perspectives, and learn from one another through forums like this, even though we can't be in the same room. As a major purchaser of goods and services, we at RBC recognize the tremendous impact we have on the supplier community where we operate. And conversely, we also recognize the supplier community's impact on the products and services that RBC delivers. We've been committed to promoting supplier diversity within our organization in the markets where we operate for a long time. Our efforts have been focused on a number of strategic initiatives, including building relationships with key stakeholder groups, leading mentorship events and programs, creating procurement opportunities through a fair sourcing process, building an inclusive supply chain, and establishing RBC's diverse supplier baseline spend. We're a proud founding member and sponsor of CAMSC, having worked with the organization since 2004. And I'd like to sincerely thank and acknowledge the tremendous work that Cassandra and the entire CAMSC team do each and every day. They continue to help, support, and guide diverse suppliers in the marketplace that are creating new opportunities for diverse business groups to succeed and thrive. This year has also been marked by defining moments in our shared history. The pandemic, yes, but also the undeniable cry for racial justice. The demand for the end of systemic racism has never been clearer, and the responsibility of purpose-led organizations never been greater. It's vital that the momentum behind this important movement is translated into meaningful and sustained change, and ultimately increased opportunities for Black, Indigenous, and people of color across Canada. At RBC, we recognize that not only is it required to purposely and deliberately create new opportunities for BIPOC individuals in the communities where we live and work, it's also a business imperative. Acknowledging systemic racism is the first step, but we need to take intentional, continued, and purposeful action to counter it. In early July, we made a public commitment to address systemic racism through an action plan focused on key pillars where we believe we can have the greatest impact. Our actions were designed with three key constituencies in mind: our clients, our communities, and our employees, and they were informed by those same groups. Specifically, we recognize the opportunity to address systemic racism against BIPOC through three key areas: enabling economic growth and wealth creation, investing in the future, and redefining inclusive leadership. I want to go a bit deeper on enabling economic growth and wealth creation because it's an area where organizations like CAMSC and other supplier diversity councils have an important role to play. Small businesses form an integral part of our economic engine. Not only does entrepreneurship enable economic growth, but it creates opportunities for generational wealth creation and greater economic mobility. We know that access to capital is one of the biggest challenges cited by Black business owners, which is why, alongside our existing commitment to Indigenous communities, we're committing $100 million over 5 years in small business loans to Black entrepreneurs. But we also know entrepreneurs who have access to a broad network of support from experts and mentors have greater success. To enable a higher degree of success, we're also establishing a program to bring business, marketing, and digital experts together with community leaders to share ideas and best practices to advance growth for Black-owned businesses. This is just one of the ways RBC is looking to make a difference. And I encourage you to think about the role you can also play as a mentor to another entrepreneur, as a more active member of CAMSC, or by looking at the diversity of your own workforce. The challenges we're facing today are new. We've never encountered them before. Spending habits are shifting, consumer behavior has changed, and there are uncertainties yet ahead of us. But you've navigated the challenges of entrepreneurship. You've taken risks and reaped hard-earned rewards. That doesn't make these challenges easier, but it makes you more resilient. And in your resiliency, let's not forget that even when we're apart, we're stronger when we stand together. Congratulations to all of the winners, and thank you once again to CAMSC for continuing to lead the way.
That was a wonderful welcome note by Gopal Pencil, Vice President of Diversity and Inclusion, RBC. You've truly set the stage for a great evening to follow. Picture our event in 2019. It was a beautiful evening. We were out on the terrace of the Liberty Grand, soft jazz playing in the background. We were mingling amongst each other, passing out business cards, setting up appointments, and in some cases simply sharing business stories. Here we are 1 year later. While the physical and in several cases our business circumstances have changed, it's amazing what elements bubble to the surface as important. The opportunity to realign and rebuild our economy such that we can incorporate a more inclusive model. The knowledge that each one of us is interconnected and understanding the fragility of the economy is equally matched to the resilience of the business community. While 2020 will forever be known for the global pandemic and the social change movement, it has also fostered strategic alliances, highlighted diversity as a business strength, and created an environment for innovation. As we look forward to 2021, I am optimistic. CAMSC continues to meet with new potential corporate members who want our certified suppliers to be part of the economic rebuild. We've seen suppliers connected with one another as they identify new business opportunities, and we've seen a number of organizations, both old and new, pledging resources to assist diverse suppliers in their growth. Overall, it's been an incredibly interesting year, one which has made us stronger and poised for growth. If tonight is any indication, it is, the future is indeed very bright. This evening would not have been possible without the support of our sponsors, and for that we thank them very much. Over the course of the evening, we will be highlighting our sponsors, and at this point in time, I'd like to ask you to join us in thanking our sponsors for the evening. Let's see a short message from the sponsors. CAMSC is honored to have Mr. Ray Williams with us as our keynote speaker. Ray Williams is a financial services executive with more than 35 years of experience in global capital markets. Drawing on his achievements in the London and Toronto markets, Mr. Williams holds the position of Managing Director and Vice Chairman, Financial Markets at National Banks Financial. He is well known for his community engagement, particularly in diversity and inclusion. He serves on leadership boards for various organizations, including 100 Strong Foundation 2012. He's a founding and past member of CAUFP in 1996 and one of the founding members of the Black Opportunity Fund in 2020, of which we are anticipating great things. Please join me in welcoming Ray Williams.
Good evening. Before I begin this address, I would like to acknowledge and recognize that I undertake this engagement today on land the Indigenous peoples inhabited and cared for thousands of years. I am grateful to work and live on this land, and by doing so, give my respect to its first inhabitants. Good evening to all of you. My name is Ray Williams, and thank you for the invitation to address this gathering of the Canadian Aboriginal Minority Supply Council. By way of a quick background, I'm a father, husband, traveler, well, not so much a traveler these days, but wine lover and weekend barbecue warrior, one of my passions. I'm also a mentor, collaborator, trusted advisor, and a committed community advocate. My day job is as a senior relationship manager at National Bank Financial, a Quebec-based institution. All of these, however, really are mere descriptors, even though they might be accurate. The wider public at the end of the day sees me above all else, I would say, as a Black man walking in my black skin. This perspective is reflected in the subtle racism of skewed expectations and the discounting of what I believe to be our competence and brilliance. Racism and discrimination are deeply ingrained in the social, economic, and political fabric of our society. This is something that many of us know, acknowledge, and have to live through. It is from this perspective, however, that I would like to share with you some of my approaches and some of my recent undertakings. I would have to say that 2020 has been, without doubt, a profound year. I believe we'll look back upon this particular year as a year of inflection. I believe it is also a year that has provided an opportunity for collateral beauty. COVID-19 and the death of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, all highlighted long-standing inequities within the Black community, which has faced both direct and systemic racism throughout its 247-year history in Canada. As the government has recognized, systemic racism occurs when institutions or systems create or maintain racial inequity, often as a result of hidden institutional biases in policies, practices, and procedures that privilege some groups and disadvantage others. The COVID-19 pandemic and the social movements following the events that I referenced in terms of George Floyd, etc., I think brought anti-Black racism to the forefront of the Canadian consciousness and shone a stark light on the inequities and inequalities that disproportionately hurt Black Canadians. As Prime Minister Trudeau himself said to Parliament, the global calls for justice, for equality, for peace have found echo in our communities because anti-Black racism also happens here. The pandemic has had what can only be deemed a devastating impact on the Black community and marginalized communities. Relative to the national average, working Black Canadians are 2.5 times more likely to have sought treatment for COVID-19 and 2.5 times more likely to have been admitted to hospital for a confirmed or suspected case of COVID-19. In August of this year, the national rate of joblessness was 9.4% for those who did not identify as a visible minority or Aboriginal, but it was 17.6% for Black individuals. The disparate impacts of COVID-19 are the results of existing inequalities, and the research shows very clearly that Black Canadians are being pushed steadily down the ladder of opportunity by lack of access to education, employment and promotion, as well as capital needed to buy homes, grow businesses, and raise healthy, productive families. Canada's Black communities have been marginalized going all the way back to the late 18th century. And it has become clear that COVID-19 has continued to highlight this disproportionate impact on Black Canadians. So let me share with you some of the things that I've been engaged with of late, in large part as a function of some of what occurred this year, but some of this was taking place in the background. So in particular, part of my community engagement is with just really trying to empower our community. And I would say the Black Opportunity Fund, which is something that was put together this year, has come about as a unique and dynamic partnership between the Black community, businesses, philanthropists, government, and foundations with a mission of raising capital to serve and empower the Black community. We have a particular target to grow in excess of $1 billion over 10 years. It's designed, the fund is designed to serve existing Canadian organizations as the world's largest fund for the Black community. We first started talking about this last year. It was more general conversation about how do we empower, how do we create intergenerational wealth, what are the most important components that we could look to help create this situation, and also recognizing that we are living in a time of tech, the fourth industrial revolution. How badly are we being left behind? So as I mentioned, this was the first discussion started last year, but we launched back in on June 25 with Black leaders from across multiple provinces and with broad, I would say, professional expertise. While relatively new, the fund has moved quickly to mobilize resources and a clear strategy to respond to long-standing inequalities. The primary focus is to create an initiative developed by the Black community to serve the Black community. The ongoing racial injustices that underpin this urgent need to create more opportunities for Black Canadians. I believe the opportunity is here. The time is now. There is an urgency of now. And we have, I think, the opportunity to move the needle in a positive direction. So that's part of the reason for the launch with, as I mentioned earlier on, 51 others comprised of professionals. And the major aim here is to attract investment in Black-controlled companies and organizations in Canada as a foundational way to combat anti-Black racism. The fund will hopefully facilitate access to long-term strategic investments to bring about lasting change. Looking at the big picture, I believe this initiative will catalyze the cultural, economic, and political growth required to enable Canada's institutions, governments, and businesses to embrace greater diversity at all levels. It's important to recognize that many Black community organizations are out there right now that continue to do really important work at a grassroots level. So the idea from our perspective is to support their efforts, help them build scale and capacity to exact the change required at the grassroots level. We cannot, as individuals or a collective coming in at this point in time, believe that we'll know everything. So the importance of us engaging with the community organizations on the ground, whether it be in Quebec, whether it be in Halifax, whether it be in Manitoba or here in Ontario, is of paramount importance, because what it reflects is our desire to ensure that we're hearing what the needs are from those people who have a greater understanding. So the fund will focus itself on, I would say, 5 core areas where Black people continue to experience systemic racism: healthcare, education, business, justice, and politics. And we urge the Government of Canada to develop a national response for dismantling this deeply entrenched racism. The pandemic, I think, really has laid bare the inequities of our healthcare system. In education, Black students do not have equal opportunities for academic success. A recent Government of Ontario report also found that stuff that we know, that a disproportionate number of young folks from our community are being streamed into applied level courses. and that post-graduation opportunities are limited for students enrolled in these programs. I note, in fact, that last week, Wayne Pabu and his wife, in fact, initiated something called the Onyx Initiative, which actually will help deal with some of these issues. In the corporate world, where I come from, inequity runs rampant, and the excellence and competency that I've referenced of Black professionals is consistently overlooked and consistently discounted. So the fund is seeking to partner with banks and other financial institutions to co-invest in Black-owned businesses in a more effective way to create the economic empowerment that we would like to see for our community. When it comes to the basic human right of access to justice, a disproportionate number of Black citizens are targeted by law enforcement. So we continue to be underrepresented in the right places as it speaks to justice, but overrepresented in too many of the other places. So trying to tackle racism with such an entrenched history will require some substantial structural and fundamental change. And necessarily, it will require surveying the grassroots action that's taking place to make it sustainable over a period of time. The recent events have really underscored this glaring urgent need to bring about lasting change and realize the opportunities we can use to build a more inclusive nation we can all be proud of. I believe that the Black Opportunity Fund will do just that, and I'm thankful to work with such talented individuals on the steering committee who have this bold and aspirational vision for taking us forward as a nation. We've come a very long way in a short period of time, and we will have a lot more ahead. So at this point in time, I say thank you and have a great evening, and greatly appreciate the opportunity to have this conversation, or certainly share my perspectives on what it is that we're undertaking. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Ray, for your inspiring words. You've given us pause as we consider and think through the impact of diversity on our business, our environment, and our overall economy. It's truly been a pleasure to have you share your thoughts with us tonight. Let us now move to our main event, the awards presentation ceremony. I'm sure everyone has been eagerly awaiting this moment. CAMSC is very proud to present to you our winners for this year in 8 different categories. As we move forward, I want to share with you, it is truly an honor to be nominated. Let me take this opportunity to thank all our nominees and finalists for their time, hard work, and sharing your business successes with us. And now to the stars of the evening. Our first award of the evening is for Supplier of the Year. This award is presented to the year's outstanding Aboriginal or minority-owned business based on growth and development, export sales growth, and major accomplishments during the previous year. To present this award, please join me in welcoming Sarah Webb, Supplier Engagement Manager, General Motors. Prior to the presentation, please enjoy a message from one of our evening sponsors, General Motors.
Thanks, Cassandra. GM is proud to offer 2 scholarships, one for this award and also one for the Small Business of the Year. The award recipients will attend the Tuck School of Business Minority Business Program. This winning company was established in 1988. With a humble beginning of only 6 employees, they have grown by leaps and bounds and now employ over 200 people. They specialize in fabric automotive interiors, as well as the design, development, and production of high-end transportation. They have been actively involved in collaborating with and supporting diverse business organizations since 2016. Furthermore, they have pivoted and retooled during the pandemic to be one of the front runners in extending their support to long-term care facilities and nonprofit organizations. Congratulations to Triple Well Products. Here to accept is James Wong, Vice President, Triple Well Products.
Hi, this is James Wong from Triple Well Products Limited. We are so excited to be recipients of the Supplier of the Year Award from CAMSC. From everyone here at Triple Well, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts because we could not have done it without you. Your encouragement and your unwavering trust and belief in us was what kept us going through this pandemic. And as a result, in addition to producing garments and automotive interiors, we have retooled our factory such that we are now producing essential PPE, such as isolation gowns, in our mutual efforts to combat the COVID-19 virus. Without getting into any specific names, we would like to thank all the members and all the staff at CAMSC because all of you are very, very valued by us, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It is with great honor and with great pleasure that we accept this award, and we wish for everyone to stay safe and be well. Thank you.
Hello, John Tory here, Mayor of Toronto, and it's my pleasure to join you virtually for the annual awards presented by the Canadian Aboriginal and Minority Supplier Council. Your mission to advance the economic strength of Aboriginal and diverse-led communities through business development and job creation, that mission is vitally important. It's why we here at the City of Toronto established a diverse supplier procurement program, a first in Canada. We know, as you do, that if people are given a chance to show what they can do, if they're given a chance to compete, they will come through every time. In fact, the efforts of programs like yours and ours have led to some $5 billion in business for Aboriginal and diverse-led businesses and the creation of jobs. Inclusion and equity are more important issues than ever, and there's a broad public consensus like never before that now is the time for us all to do even more. It's in our own overall best interests, and the work you are doing is going to make a big difference. So thank you to one and all, and congratulations to all of the nominees and award winners.
Congratulations, James, and the Triple Well Products Limited. Job well done. And thank you, Mayor John Tory, for your greetings. Our next award of the evening is the Small Business of the Year Award. This award is presented to an Aboriginal or minority-owned business with 50 or fewer employees based on exemplary overall performance in sales, export sales growth, customer relationships, innovations, and major accomplishments during the previous year. Please welcome Lisa Mooney, Global Lead Sustainability and Strategic Inclusion from Nutrien, to present the winner. Before the presentation, please enjoy a message from Nutrien.
Meeting tomorrow's needs starts by planting a seed today and nurturing it so it can blossom and reach for the sky. At Nutrien, we're planting seeds that can help more Aboriginal people grow and achieve their dreams. Across the prairies, First Nations and Métis people represent the fastest growing segment of the population. And by clearing the path to opportunities, we can see a future that captures the full potential of our provinces and all their people. So we're working with chiefs and elders and tribal councils and community organizations to help young people get the start they need. And when we provide backpacks and school supplies and support science camps and healthy lifestyles, we want to inspire kids to draw a picture of a happy future and discover new ideas and opportunities. We're there to celebrate successes in school and support education and training. Because if we can encourage all people to achieve their potential, we can achieve ours too. So we invest in scholarship programs at universities and polytechnics, open doors with our Aboriginal internship program, and support business mentoring and entrepreneurship to meet and help develop the people who will help us grow too. We're sharing our story with our suppliers and business partners and encouraging them to plant seeds too by building relationships with Aboriginal businesses and entrepreneurs, opening their doors to Aboriginal employees, and creating communities and environments where all people can thrive. It's how we can turn the potential of a seed into powerful results, because by working together, we grow.
The winner of this award is a company that has been a leading provider in the staffing industry, servicing clients throughout the Greater Toronto Area for the past 28 years. They provide a full suite of services to a wide range of industries from administrative, accounting, IT, clerical, and general office. Congratulations to Top Notch Employment Services, Inc. Here to receive the award, Terry Saw, President of Top Notch Employment, Inc. Congratulations to you and your team.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Terry Saw, and I'm the president of Top Notch Employment Services, Inc. I'm so delighted and happy about my company receiving this prestigious award under the banner of CAMSC. I have a number of people to say thank you to. Firstly, CAMSC, Cassandra and your team, my dear, what a fabulous job you guys are doing despite these challenging times. I see more stuff coming out of CAMSC now than I have in the past few months. So to you, thank you. Continue to create those partnerships and those opportunities for both corporates and suppliers. We need them. And to those suppliers who understand and recognize that Toronto, or Canada in particular, is a very diverse country. And this landscape offers great opportunities to those who engage and participate in inclusion and supplier diversity in a big way. Look, I have been a student of supplier diversity and inclusion for a number of years, and I continue to be so passionate about it. I learn every day, and I can tell you that there's some great companies, some great advocates out there. Let me perhaps refer to one company that I have first-hand experience with, Accenture. Firstly, they included me in their first ever mentorship program in Canada back around 2009, in that range. Now, the experience there led me to become a stronger person, hence my company was able to deliver a better and higher quality of service. Secondly, Accenture. They really care about inclusion and supply diversity and broad-based support in a big way. I mean big, I mean globally. We have engaged with them for a number of years, and this partnership has been phenomenal. As I look forward in this continued relationship, I want to say a special thank you, not only to Accenture, but also to my great team, who are so committed. And I'll tell you one thing, very important. We are not necessarily any better than another supplier. But we understand, and we get it. We understand that when a corporate member engages his supplier, there is an expectation of performance, an expectation of delivering. We get that. We work harder, we are hungrier, and we'll continue to do what we enjoy doing. Once again, a big thank you to all my fellow suppliers, to all the corporate members, to everyone at CAMSC, and to everyone whenever and wherever who engage in practice in the important and interesting world of supply diversity. Once again, really appreciate this award. Thank you, and thank you.
On behalf of the members of Brampton City Council, I'd like to extend best wishes from the City of Brampton to the Canadian Minority and Aboriginal Supplier Council, who are celebrating their Business Achievement Awards. COVID-19 cannot stop the Supplier Council from recognizing remarkable businesses. It is so important to recognize the innovative talents and accomplishments of successful Aboriginal and minority-owned businesses, and the corporations that are leading the way with their supplier diversity programs. I want to congratulate all the nominees tonight. I appreciate your efforts to create wealth and job creation for Aboriginal minority suppliers. I also want to thank all the sponsors for supporting tonight's virtual celebration. Please stay healthy and safe during this global pandemic. Best wishes for continued success. Enjoy tonight's celebration.
Thanks, Mayor Brown, for your warm greeting. At CAMSC, we're continuing to add new corporate members to our membership. I'm delighted to say that in 2020, we welcome the City of Brampton as one of our newest corporate members. We look forward to working with our friends at the City of Brampton. Let us now move on to the Technology Innovation Award. This award is presented to an Aboriginal or minority-owned business for the most innovative new technology-based product or service, which demonstrates innovative talent in developing and successfully marketing a new concept, process, or procedure. Here to present that award is Jason Cawthorn, Vice President, Strategic Sourcing, TD.
Thanks, Cassandra. We at TD have a genuine commitment to diversity. We've created a business where both our employees and customers feel comfortable regardless of their background, whether it be religion, race, gender, physical ability, or sexual orientation. We're glad to be part of CAMSC's network and initiatives. Thank you very much for the opportunity. The winning company is an innovator in retail solutions. They design, engineer, integrate proprietary robotic dispensing kiosks, smart lockers, in-aisle loss prevention solutions, and Signify screen-safe option. It uses a liquid nanoprotective coating as an antibacterial barrier. With presence in over 25 countries in the world, they are genuinely investing heavily in new product development, innovation, and internal protocol to collaborate with international customers. Congratulations to Shamira Jaffer, CEO, Signify Solutions Incorporated.
behalf of the Signify team, I'm honored to receive the CAMSC award, especially in the category of innovation. Signify's philosophy has always been to create and design high barrier to entry solutions. We got our start 15 years ago as a software company that had touchscreen kiosks that allowed users to print photos or rent DVDs. Over time, we realized that we were very dependent on others as a big part of our product. We were always innovative, but we were limited in what we could do and how fast we could do it. 4 years ago, we decided to take on more of the work ourselves. We now have a fully staffed engineering team in addition to our software development team. We brought manufacturing in-house, doubling our staff. We also grew our international support network. We added partnerships that allowed us to deploy our solutions globally. We were determined to provide an end-to-end solution. It was challenging, but we were persistent and committed to our vision. We had tough years and lots of learnings. For many years, the innovative solutions we designed were only of interest to large corporations in other parts of the world, such as Dubai and Thailand. This forced us to rethink how we designed and built our products. We needed them to be easy to manage. We would need strong integration, and we needed to be able to remotely log in and manage these. We wanted very little dependency on local support staff. It's only in the recent years that our solutions began taking hold in global companies that were based in North America, companies such as PayPal, eBay, HP. All our hard work paid off as we suddenly found ourselves as one of the few companies in the world that could deliver and deploy these complex solutions globally. PayPal, for instance, needed a deployment in 12 countries. Normally, each office in each country would find a local solution. Because of Signify, PayPal now has a unified platform around the world with our product. Today, Signify is known for its unique approach to delivering thoughtfully engineered products that are really tightly integrated with software innovation. I must highlight that diversity is a big factor in our success. It's given us a competitive advantage. Having staff with global minds, skills, experience at Signify has been instrumental in facilitating export sales. Through diversity, we have a rich internal culture and an appreciation of the many different backgrounds, which creates a fun atmosphere through food, language, customs, holidays, and especially personalities. We are proud to bring Canadian innovation across the world and are sincerely honored to be recognized for this award. Thank you.
Mayor Bonnie Crombie here from the great city of Mississauga, sending my best wishes to all the organizers, volunteers, and participants at this year's Business Achievement Awards, hosted by the Canadian Minority and Aboriginal Supplier Council, CAMSC. Thank you for quickly adapting and bringing this event online to ensure Aboriginal and minority-owned businesses get the recognition they deserve. I'd like to start off by acknowledging Signify Solutions and Acetronic Industrial Controls, two Mississauga businesses being awarded tonight. Congratulations on this remarkable achievement. Mississauga is very proud of you. I'd also like to take a moment to thank CAMSC for bringing awareness and building economic growth in minority and Aboriginal-owned businesses across Canada. Our small business community has been among the hardest hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. As you embark on the road to recovery, I want you to know that Mississauga will be there supporting you every step of the way. In Mississauga, we celebrate the diversity of our citizens, their cultural backgrounds, and faiths. Our city's diversity is our strength and a big reason why Mississauga is the world-class city that it is today. Thank you, CAMSC, for your commitment to diversity and inclusion by celebrating the success of Aboriginal and minority-owned businesses in Mississauga and beyond. Congratulations to all the nominees and winners. Stay healthy and stay safe.
Congratulations, Signify Solutions. Great job. And also thank you, Mayor Bonnie Crombie, for the greetings. The next award is for the Procurement Business Advocate of the Year. This award is presented to an individual who strongly promotes supplier diversity through outreach efforts and our activities and is respected by their peers for advocating supplier diversity in Canada. To present the award to the Procurement Business Advocate of the Year, I'd like to welcome Lloyd Switzer, Senior Vice President of Network Transformation, TELUS.
Thank you, Cassandra. The winner of this award has advocated for the inclusion of minority people in all aspects of the global economy for the past 16 years. Being the founding supplier of CAMSC since certification in 2005, his company has grown to include a USA head office in Chicago, with branch locations in Canada and the US. Diversity is at the core of their philosophy and is highlighted in their ownership, internal policies, and service offerings. Please join me in congratulating Leonard Jean-Pierre Anthony from TeamRecruiter.com. Congratulations.
CAMSC Diversity Advocate Award winner. That sounds great. I want to thank everyone at CAMSC for considering me for this opportunity and deeming me worthy of being the winner of this award. It's extremely prestigious. I've been with CAMSC for 16 years. We've been in business for 20 years, and I have watched as this award has been given out, and the people that have been recipients, I hold them in high esteem. To be included in their ranks is extremely meaningful to me, and I want to thank everyone involved in helping to choose me as the winner of this award. This year, more than ever, being a diversity advocate is a role that we all need to play, and to be recognized for our role in that is something that means a lot to everyone at Team Recruiter. I particularly want to thank all of the staff and to my teammates at Team Recruiter that have put in work over the years and made sacrifices to help our organization to grow into the company that it is today, serving Canada and the US. Having previously won Supplier of the Year award, this award is for you. It has my name on it, but it may as well have all of your names on it, because without you, I wouldn't have the resources that I need to try to lead the organization in a diverse and equitable manner. I also want to encourage all of the corporate members and suppliers that are here today to be advocates in your own business community, in your own supply chain, and to challenge each other to find ways to spread the message of CAMSC, diversity, equality, and use the situations that we have found ourselves in 2020 as motivation, not as a discouraging force, but something that is going to lead us to rally around and create a better place for ourselves, for our companies, and for our youth and our future. Again, I want to thank everybody who took the time to review our organization and determine that we are doing something that is meaningful and that should be highlighted. I know all of you in your own way, just by being a member in CAMSC, are equally deserving of being recognized. We thank you very much. This award means the world to me, and it will act as a catalyst as I try to advocate for equality and diversity and culture in Canada for many more years to come. Go Canada!
I'm pleased to extend greetings to the guests and supporters of the Canadian Minority and Aboriginal Supplier Council 2020 Business Achievement Awards. This event is a celebration of the forward-thinking entrepreneurs who innovate and advance Vaughan's thriving business community. It provides a valuable opportunity for participants to strengthen their corporations and connect with their fellow peers. Today, we recognize the remarkable talents and accomplishments of successful Aboriginal and minority-owned businesses and their ability to innovate, adapt, and reimagine their operations during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The City of Vaughan places a great deal of importance on diversity and inclusion. In fact, multiculturalism is one of our greatest strengths. Our residents speak 105 different languages, and more than half of our population was born abroad. We continue to forge connections and pursue opportunities that demonstrate our commitment to fostering an inclusive community and appreciate the diversity that enriches us. As home to more than 19,000 businesses that employ over 225,000 people, Vaughan is an economic leader in the Greater Toronto Area. We are proud to support our small business community, which makes up 80% of our local workforce and remains the backbone of our resilient and prosperous economy. Supporting local businesses, especially as COVID-19 persists, remains a priority in Vaughan. We must do everything in our power to ensure that we reduce the impacts of this global virus in our city and across the country. This experience has taught us that by being flexible, innovative, and focused, success can be achieved when we work together. I want to extend my warmest and sincerest gratitude to everyone participating today and offer my congratulations to this year's awards recipients.
Thank you, Mayor Bevilacqua, for your kind greetings. The next award is Collaboration Award. This award is presented to a company or organization that works in collaboration with CAMSC members, suppliers, or other organizations to strengthen Aboriginal and minority business growth and to facilitate supplier diversity. Here to present is Bashar Shola, Senior Manager, Supplier Diversity Development and Purchasing Communications, FCA.
Thank you, Cassandra, and good afternoon, everyone. FCA is delighted to be a part of this award ceremony. The winner of this award helps corporate Canada, government, and public better understand the business case for inclusion and supplier diversity, including what it takes to build a strong program that reflects the values of each company and the customers they serve. This company has provided leading-edge content, case studies, and interviews to help senior executives drive successful diversity and inclusion programs and help corporations and diverse suppliers become the benchmark in their respective industries. Please join me in congratulating the Diversity Canada magazine. Here to accept is Paul Lachou, Editor-in-Chief. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. I'm extremely humbled by this award. I wish to thank the entire team at CAMSC for their kindness and the amazing work they do to make a difference for Aboriginals and visible minorities. 10 years ago, when we started Diversity Canada magazine, very few companies had an interest in investing in a diverse workforce and supply chain. Some people were confused about the true meaning of diversity and multiculturalism, and their only reference point was what they heard or saw across the border. We reminded them of how unique we are as Canadians, with an amazing mosaic of cultures and intellectual capacity, and our ability to be a role model for the rest of the world. Today, I am proud to say that Canada is moving in that direction slowly but surely, and we're working incredibly hard to make this a reality. We have received many awards over the years, but this award has special meaning for me. We're living in unprecedented times, and when I look around, I see people coming together in unity and collaborating to achieve the same desired goal. Those of us who've been fighting the good fight over these years understand the frustrations of trying to forge change for the betterment of humanity. It's hard work, and it comes at a cost. It is not a sprint, it's a marathon, even though sometimes it feels like an endless marathon. I urge you to keep up the fight in your own little way. History has taught us that today it's us and tomorrow it could be you. We are all God's children, and together we will win. I wish to say a very special thank you to my team members who work exceedingly hard every day to put out a world-class magazine and a state-of-the-art digital platform. And of course, how can I forget my family? I feel truly thankful. They are my rock and have been incredibly supportive over the years, especially when I have to travel extensively or work on weekends. We're also very grateful to all of our sponsors and advertisers for their continued support. Without you, we would not be here. And finally, I owe a great debt of gratitude to my good friend and mentor, Terry Saw of Top Notch Staffing. Thank you all so much, and please be safe.
Our next award is Tier 1 Champion of Supplier Diversity. This award is presented to a business-to-business Tier 1 corporation that actively supports its clients' economic inclusion goals by including certified Aboriginal minority suppliers in their procurement opportunities, assisting in their development, and actively promoting supplier diversity across the corporation. Please welcome Chuck Hendricks, Supplier Diversity Senior Manager, Toyota, to present this award.
The winner of this award is headquartered in the Toronto area, a leader in the provision of facility management, project delivery, energy and sustainability, asset management, workplace advisory, and real estate services. Globally, they manage more than 35,000 facilities totaling more than 400 million square feet across several markets, and they are stalwarts in the management of data centers and other critical environments. To say the least, this company is a frontrunner in corporate social responsibility and giving back into the communities in which they serve. Congratulations to BGIS. Here to accept this award is Mr. John Castellano, Vice President of Strategic Sourcing, North America, BGIS.
Hi there, my name's John Castellano. Thank you, Cassandra and CAMSC. What a wonderful surprise, and thank you so much to the judges for recognizing BGIS's efforts in advancing supplier diversity. Congratulations also to the other finalists and award winners. BGIS is committed to continue supporting the efforts of CAMSC and to provide equal access for opportunities to Indigenous and minority-owned businesses. As buyers who manage supply chain networks, we have a fundamental role to play in driving positive behaviors, to minimize negative impacts on the environment and engage society as a whole. At BGIS, we take this responsibility very seriously, and we take on the accountability to influence these outcomes. The procurement function is uniquely positioned to drive actions and decisions that consider not only corporate, but wider environmental and social diverse impacts. Supporting Indigenous and minority-owned businesses enables us to leverage untapped innovations. This is a tremendous opportunity for BGIS to have a significant positive impact in the corporate real estate industry and be leaders in leveraging more sustainable solutions. I often repeat to my team, through these and similar efforts, we make our work much more worthwhile and meaningful, far beyond the traditional financial savings and compliance benefits our groups are traditionally engaged to support. A huge thank you goes out to the BGIS team in supporting our supplier diversity program. Congratulations to CAMSC for this incredible event, especially during these unprecedented times. Thanks again. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, BGIS. Our next award is Corporation of the Year. This award is presented to a corporation who exemplifies the very best in corporate practice when it comes to the promotion of supplier diversity. They constantly strive for excellence, proactively include certified Aboriginal minority suppliers in their procurement opportunities, and assist in the development of Aboriginal minority suppliers. Please welcome Nidra Dixon, Global Supplier Diversity and Sustainability Lead from Accenture, to present the award. Prior to the presentation, please enjoy a message from Accenture.
Be the reason the best ideas win. Be the one who invites smart minds to the table, no matter what they look like, whom they worship, or how they love. Be the catalyst for faster growth. Be the one who sees strategic value in diverse viewpoints and inclusive workforces, then delivers a data-driven plan to unlock it. Be the champion of positive change. Be the one who advocates for sustainable access and opportunity for all, to benefit of communities and companies across the globe. Accenture's award-winning Global Supplier Inclusion and Sustainability Program relies on applied intelligence to influence and shape a more inclusive and responsible global supply chain. We stand ready to help others do the same. Join us. Be the one. Be the difference.
Welcome to the CAMSC Business Achievement Awards. 2020 has proven to be difficult for us all. On behalf of Accenture, I would like to say thank you to all of our frontline healthcare workers. We are grateful for all of the work that you do each day. It is in times like this that we must celebrate the great work that corporations and diverse suppliers are doing. It is my honor to announce the Corporation of the Year. This well-known global automotive company continues to exceed 10% of its annual diverse spend goal for 9 consecutive years and contributes $18.7 billion to the U.S. and Canadian economy. Nearly 1 million jobs have been supported by this. They are planning to invest nearly $2 billion in its Canadian facilities and turn the plant into an electric vehicle hub. This company infuses inclusion, diversity, and sustainability into their procurement practices. Please join me in congratulating Ford Motor Company. Here to accept this award is Travis Spencer, Head of Supplier Diversity and Inclusion, Ford Motor Company. Congratulations.
My name is Travis Spencer, and I am the Head of Supplier Diversity and Inclusion at Ford Motor Company. Today, this is a very special moment for Ford, and we are extremely proud to be recognized as CAMSC's 2020 Corporation of the Year. On behalf of Ford and our Supplier Diversity Business Office, we would like to thank the Canadian Aboriginal and Minority Supplier Council for recognizing Ford for our supplier diversity and inclusion efforts. Ford has supported CAMSC for several years. We value their certification, and their partnerships allow us to grow, develop, and advocate for Aboriginal and minority suppliers in Canada. As many of you know, our operations are strong in Canada as Ford employs approximately 8,000 employees. In addition, we have 3 vehicle assembly and engine plants, 2 distribution centers, 2 research and development sites, and 3 connectivity and innovation centers, all located in Canada. We manufacture the Ford Edge and Lincoln Nautilus out of our Oakville assembly plant located in Ontario. But more importantly, we could not maintain strong operations without the service of our Canadian supply base, and that includes our diverse suppliers. I would like to thank Ford's leadership. Without their endorsement and support, we would not be able to do the work that we do today. And I would be remiss if I did not thank my team, who work every day to advocate for our certified diverse Canadian supply base. And to CAMSC, we accept this award with tremendous honor and gratitude. Thank you.
Congratulations, Travis and the Ford team. It has been an incredible evening, and it's not over yet. As we are planning for the evening of celebration, cognizant of the uniqueness of 2020, we wanted to highlight the special contributions of our suppliers. The upcoming award is in recognition of the efforts made by our suppliers who directly or indirectly support the frontline workers in this battle against a global pandemic. May it be their timely restructuring efforts, their innovation, or their quick distribution techniques, we'd like to honor them with the award of special recognition. Here to provide you more detail as well as present the awards, I welcome Natalie Markison, Global Head of Procurement, RBC, to present this award. Please enjoy a message from RBC.
You know that little voice in your head? The one that tells you to ignore a tasteless joke.
The one that tells you to keep quiet when a client makes a racist comment.
The little voice that tells you you're not smart enough because English isn't your first language.
Or that it's okay to judge someone for leaving early because they have family commitments.
The one that tells you not to say anything when others are being reduced to stereotypes.
Or that it's not a big deal when everyone's opinion isn't considered.
You may think you're the only one that hears that voice, but that voice also speaks to other people. It says,
You're different.
You're an outsider.
You lack commitment.
Your opinion doesn't matter.
Instead of listening to that little voice, you need to find yours and make it heard. It's time for all of us to speak up. Because when we change the dialogue, we can change our world.
This is indeed a special and newly added award this year. It is presented to a person or company for extraordinary contributions, activities, or impact as it relates to employees, customers, and/or your communities before, during, and post-COVID-19. There were a host of great submissions, and the judges worked really hard to identify a select number of award recipients. These businesses pivoted to create and distribute PPE, worked within communities to meet the needs of their neighbors, selflessly gave back to their own employees, and ensured that essential supplies were on the shelf and available. I am thrilled to present this new award to 6 of our supplier diversity leaders. Let me begin with our first winner. Congratulations to Acetronic. Here to accept the award is Kim Tierra, President and CEO, Acetronic.
Well, hello, everybody. 2020 has certainly been a year like no other. A lot of us have been forced to make some drastic decisions, and others have pivoted and have been able to find a niche for themselves during this very difficult year. Fortunately for me, a decision I made, I'm thinking about 3 years ago now, was to bring on a sanitizer. At the time, it was not something that anybody was really interested in. But fast forward to this year, and we're all fully aware of how important it is to sanitize and disinfect our surroundings. So thank you very much, CAMSC, for this recognition. There are many companies out there that are very deserving of this, but we are very humbled by this recognition, so thank you. As entrepreneurs, we make a lot of our decisions based on our gut and our experience. We don't have the luxury of having advisors or consultants, telling us what would be best for our company. So we take a lot of risk, but that's what entrepreneurs do. So thank you once again, and I salute all of the companies out there that have taken on COVID and have strengthened their position in their market. Thank you.
Congratulations to our next winner in this category, Daytona Freight Systems Incorporated. Here to accept the award is Andy Kalon, Director, Daytona Freight Systems.
Hello everyone, this is Dinesh from Daytona Freight Systems. As the Director of the Business Development at Daytona, I'm very happy to be accepting this CAMSC Special Recognition Award on behalf of my company. This is a very meaningful award in that not only does it recognize the work and effort of Daytona as an organization. I've been with Daytona for over 5 years, and in my time with the organization, I've come to appreciate the values of the innovation, hard work, and community that exists within the organization. From the beginning, our management placed priority on the health and safety of our frontline workers while also understanding the needs of the community. It is based on the values of the organization that we decided to prioritize shipments and work for medical and safety supplies while ensuring all our staff and drivers had the support they needed during the quarantine period. I would also like to thank everyone who has been part of the Daytona for their extensive efforts during this time to ensuring that Daytona succeeds, from senior management and office staff to the drivers who have been at the front and center. Once again, I would like to thank CAMSC for their recognition of Daytona, and I assure you that this is just the beginning and Daytona has much more to show going forward. Thank you.
Congratulations to Dream Supplies Incorporated for winning this award. Here to accept the award is Isaac Olawolofe, Co-President, Dream Supplies.
Dream Supplies graciously accepts the 2020 CAMSC Recognition Award. At Dream, we have built every part of our business with diversity in mind. We have proudly shouldered the banner of diversity and inclusion in the Canadian marketplace for 15 years. Example of this can be seen by the various programs we've launched. The Black Innovation Fellowship with Ryerson, the Fellowship for Sickle Cell with Sick Kids Hospital, the Jersey sponsorship with Canada Basketball. At Dream Supplies, we can do anything you dream of. We have supplied and installed flooring, kitchen, appliance systems in various commercial and municipal construction projects, including one of Canada's largest municipalities. Our new line of PPE equipment and supplies shows how we are able to service and help our existing clients protect their employees. Thank you once again, CAMSC, for this recognition and award. We will continue as a team to serve our clients.
Congratulations, Redwood Classics Apparel, on winning this award. Here to accept the award is Kathy Cheng, President, Redwood Classics Apparel.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for this incredible award. At Redwood Classics, the word diversity is more than just a buzzword. Through our own personal and professional struggles and successes, we have seen firsthand how diverse and inclusive procurement practices can enable individuals and businesses to be the best they can be. On behalf of our family of makers here at Redwood Classics, please allow me to share how grateful and humbled we are by this honor of being awarded CAMSC's inaugural Special Recognition Award. To be recognized for our ability to pivot and to contribute to Canada's COVID-19 fight is indeed encouraging. 2020 has been a year of change for many. COVID-19 has been a wake-up call that supporting local manufacturing and businesses is more important than ever. In order to serve our communities in times of crisis, local businesses and domestic manufacturing needs to be supported all year round. To CAMSC and under the leadership of Cassandra Dorrington and our board chairperson, Lori Benson, thank you. Thank you for celebrating and advocating for diverse businesses of every age, background, and industries. By growing and strengthening our supplier diversity ecosystem with fellow certified suppliers and corporate partners, CAMSC is enabling early-stage founders with world-changing ideas to legacy businesses who have spent decades building for the opportunity to be at the table. Supplier diversity is critical for business recovery, resilience, and reimagination. And through our philanthropic PPE program, the power of collaboration has proved to be a change-making force. Thank you. Thank you once again for this incredible honor. Together, let's continue to strengthen our supplier diversity community. Stay safe and be well.
Congratulations, Sim MaxTech, on winning this award. Here to accept the award is Casey Vasudeva, CEO of Sim.
I'd like to thank CAMSC for this prestigious business award in special recognition category. I'd like to give special thanks to Cassandra, Daphne, Roston, and all the courteous staff of CAMSC. I'd like to thank my customers, Martin Ria, Bendal, Dana, and my retail customers, Home Depot, Lowe's, Home Hardware. I accept this award on behalf of my team who have worked shoulder to shoulder with me for the last 5 months to make this possible. Thank you very much.
And the final winner for this category is Staff Shop Incorporated. Congratulations on winning this special recognition award. Here to accept the award is Jennifer Maynard, founder and CEO of Staff Shop Incorporated.
Thank you, CAMSC, and everyone involved in the Business Achievement Awards for the meaningful work you do and for presenting Staff Shop with this award. We're honored and grateful. It's been a challenging year, and this award goes out to the nominees and my team who deserve the special recognition spotlight. It's a true reflection of their hard work, resilience, and determination to never give up, especially after I purchased the event staffing division from my last employer and stuck with hospitality as our niche. March 2020 was scary. By the grace of God and our pivot to staffing essential services, that fear quickly shifted into a calling to add new service offerings and systems that would help our business scale and grow. As a French-Canadian First Nations Ojibwe from Northern Ontario, I know I have a responsibility to give back and inspire others to do the same. And this is a reminder that we're on the right path. So thank you for believing in us. They say the best is yet to come. And my business partner and I look forward to the next chapter in the Staff Shop storybook.
Good evening, everyone. CAMSC's 16th Annual Business Achievement Awards is such a great success, and we saw some proud winners take their trophies home tonight. Congratulations to all the winners. In this event, we have learned a lot from amazing keynote speaker Ray Williams and enjoyed a humble welcome remark by Gopal Bansal. Once again, on behalf of the committee, thank you for delivering such important messages so that we can deepen our knowledge on diversity and inclusion in the modern world. Thank you to all our presenters who have joined us from across North America. And I would especially like to thank the CAMSC team for organizing this prestigious award ceremony. You all worked so hard, and we are all delighted. It was simply a pleasure to watch and enjoy. This year is full of new perspectives, and CAMSC's inspiring work and commitment will continue connecting us in meaningful ways, so together we can build positive societal impact. Until we meet again, stay safe and stay well.
Thank you, Lori, for your remarks. Now, this evening would not have been possible without our team members and our volunteers. A big shout out to the CAMSC team and your volunteers for their time, their effort, their dedication, and so much more to make this program a success. Also, a big thank you to our generous sponsors for their continued support throughout the year. And finally, thank you to you, our wonderful audience, for being part of this event. Once again, I'd like to extend my hearty congratulations to all our winners for this year. Truly a superior team. Now, before this wonderful evening comes to an end, I want to take this opportunity to invite everyone to be a part of our Spring Diversity Procurement Fair 2021. This event, of course, will be a social distance virtual event. Again, let me close by saying take care, be safe, good night. Thank you all.